Okay, court is in session. Court's announcement docket Friday, April 6th of 2022. First case is cause number 326562. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Leslie. Okay, got Leslie on here. Okay, Leslie Perkins. Mr. Perkins, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Mr. Perkins, your attorney, Mr. James Paget, is ill and he will not be here today. And so your case will be reset. Go stand on the X in front of the court coordinator on the far end. She's going to reset your case. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Stay in contact with your attorney.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Page 1 at the bottom. This is Leslie Perkins. Announcement docket.
At the very bottom, I have Campbell.
And I'm above his Perkins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next case is cause number 330526. Case is styled the state of Texas versus DeCoven Coleman. Mr. Coleman, would you come forward? Is that your name, your full name, DeCoven Joseph Coleman? How are you doing, Mr. Coleman? Now, Mr. Coleman, you are represented by James Paget, and your attorney, James Paget, is ill. He will not be here today, so your case will be reset. You're gonna stand on the 4X and get your reset from our court coordinator. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir.
And stay in contact with your attorney and your boss.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bailiff, would you please get Ricky Robert Turner? That's for Mr. Rojas. Oh, what, he has another, he's in another court? Oh, yeah, I see, well, no, I don't see him being in a felony court. Mr. Turner, would you please come forward? Mr. Turner, you have on a mask, so you're gonna have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
Now, your full name is Ricky Robert Turner.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Turner?
All right.
Mr. Turner, you are represented by your attorney, Mr. Charles Rojas. He's appearing on Zoom. Mr. Rojas, how are you doing?
Doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Rojas, what is your announcement in Mr. Turner's case?
We'd like to set Mr. Turner's case on the trial docket, Judge.
Okay, just hold on for a date. Mr. Rojas, this case will be set for trial on June 13 of 2022. Your reset will be sent to you. This is your only case. You are free to go, Mr. Rojas, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge. You as well.
Thank you. Mr. Turner,
Yes, sir.
you're gonna stand on the 4X in front of our court coordinator, get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Thank you. The person that's on Zoom has Galaxy S7. Would you
Yes.
please state your full name?
Shannon Reed.
Reed. Oh, he's on Zoom now. Was he here earlier?
No, sir.
Well, I got Shannon Reed checked off. Okay. He's on Zoom. Okay, Mr. Reed, we're waiting for your attorney
Yes, sir.
to appear. So just, we'll call you back when your attorney gets here.
Okay.
All right, put your mic back on mute. Peter Dole. Holmes here. Oh, is that?
Hey, did you see that the judge got a special judge to come try that case with the Solomon citizens? Well, that's what she calls it. I think. So I think it's.
Mr. Bailey, would you please get Camille Whittington? That's Mr. Dahl's case.
Just ask the judge. We could do that sooner than later, that way I can tell. Well, then.
Ms. Whittington, just have a seat for right now. Hold on a minute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Whittington, you can come forward. This is cause number 312982. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Camille Janice Whittington. Now, Ms. Whittington, you have a mask on. Would you please, when you answer, please speak up? Okay. Now, Ms. Whittington, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Whittington?
Okay.
That's good. Ms. Whittington, you're here with your attorney, Attorney Peter Dahl. Attorney Dahl, how are you doing?
Pretty fair, Judge.
Mr. Dahl, what is your announcement in Ms. Whittington's case?
I've met with the defendant and we've talked about her situation, and the prosecutor was recently assigned, and I would like 60 to 90 days because I'm going to try to work something out with the state. Otherwise, I don't try to.
Okay, so you need a 60-day reset?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, give us a July 6th. That's fine. Okay.
That's fine.
Mr. Whittington, your case is being reset to July 6th of 2022. Your attorney is going to sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day, and stay in contact with your attorney. Mr. Dahl,
Yes,
please sign for the reset. And Mr. Dahl, I think this is your last case, so you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Here.
Oh, okay. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call Angel Fraga? Fraga? Fraga. Fraga. Okay. Do we have, could y'all check to see if we got bond conditions in that case? This is
He
DWI.
does, he has it in the work.
Okay. Good morning. This is cause number 331-278. Case of style of State of Texas versus Angel Fraga. How you doing, Mr. Fraga? That's good. Mr. Fraga, you represented here by your attorney, Mr. Willard Hall. Attorney Hall, how are you doing?
Doing great, Your Honor. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Mr. Fraga, your attorney mentioned that you have an interlock device. Is that correct? Now, Mr. Hall, what is your announcement in Mr. Fraga's case?
Your Honor, discovery is underway. We just got the police reports and I've ordered the videotape. I don't know if I have it yet, but I know I have not looked at it. So we would ask for a 60-day reset.
Okay.
Mr. Fraga is working in Sabine Pass at the Zachary Construction, and he just had a baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do we have a,
No, sir.
okay,
Do not have.
print the, I mean, the print bond condition. And I'm gonna need to get, yeah, give me the bond condition and we're gonna reset his case for 60 days.
60 days.
Yeah, I gotta give him some bond conditions. I know you have the bond conditions, basically, I'll just state what they are. It says, standard bond conditions in County Court at Law Number 2, following arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. All bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol, and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 3 does not apply, but condition number 4 does apply. And condition number 4 states, a defendant who has been arrested or accused of any subsequent offense listed under section 49.04 through 49.06 of the Texas Penal Code shall not operate any motor vehicle unless the vehicle is equipped with an interlock device mechanism that make impractical the operation of the vehicle if ethyl alcohol is detected in the breath of the operator, and said device shall be installed at the defendant's expense with written verification of such installation being submitted to the court on or before the 10th day after arrest. And you already have the interlock device, is that correct? Okay. Andrew Fracker, 331-278. Could you make a copy of that? Mr. Willard Hall, you can sign for Mr. Fragger's reset. And once, Mr. Fragger, once you get your reset and a copy of those bond conditions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Hall, I think this is your only case, is that correct?
Yes,
You'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.
give him a copy of his bond conditions. This is bond conditions. We don't have anybody, any pleas or anything. Okay. 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 Okay, next case. Let's see. Is Lawrence Mose III, cause number 328-870. Mr. Mose, your full name Lawrence Mose III?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr.
I'm
Mose?
doing all right, sir.
That's good. Mr. Mose, your attorney of record is attorney Terrence Allison. However, attorney Allison is not here. And we have attorney Marivius Allen. Does attorney Allen have your permission to stand in for Terrence Allison?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Allen, how are you doing?
Good, how are you, Your Honor?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
Thanks for asking. Mr. Allen, what is your announcement in Mr. Mo's case?
Mr. Rose just had a successful semi-annual review, his probation, criminal district court, so we're ready forward to review the discovery of this matter.
Okay, so how much time do you need?
This has been what we said, 4
Uh,
weeks.
Well, 30 days?
He also has a felony that's today.
They did that. That's what he just spoke about. Now, let me ask you here. Now, you say he had a favorable review.
Yeah, that's all. He reinstated me, but my old case go pop up as it's a felony, like was from 5 years ago. And I sat in the counter for like 6 months on this trespass.
Okay.
And I was released. That's how I got reinstated. But he do a 6-month review, and then I got another 6-month review, and I'm.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's early release. Yeah, and it's keep popping up, and y'all go.
Well, we do, we keep resetting it with the felonies. That's why.
It's an old case, though. I
Right.
was put on probation for that.
Well, you're, just talk to your attorney. Your attorney is gonna, talk to the prosecutors. And maybe next time, we'll see what happens.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so, give us a reset. Yeah, give us a 30-day reset.
We are June 1st.
Okay. Now, Ms. Mose, Mr. Mose, this case is going to be reset to June 1st of 2022. Your attorney, Mr. Allen, is going to get your sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from Mr. Allen, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
And you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Allen. Thank you. What's this?
We're gonna correct it, Rich. Supposed to be representing.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Is this Mr.? This Mr. Phelps?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Court is in session in two cases. First case is cause number 330-318. Second case is cause number 330-322. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus William Cole Feltman. Mr. Feltman, is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Mr. Feltman?
Good.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Feltman, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Judge.
That's good. Mr. Burbank, what is your announcement in Mr. Feltman cases?
Your Honor, I have discovered I do not have video from the officers, which was probably the whole need on the police department. So I'm going to ask the district attorney for copies of those. I have not yet. It's in the process of requesting that. So I'm asking for a normal reset, Judge, back on the announcement docket.
Okay, give us a reset. Nick.
June 6th.
June 6th.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm sorry, June 1st.
Can we get the next one after that, Judge? Maybe July.
July 6th.
That'd be fine.
Okay, okay, July 6th to okay, Mr. Feltman?
Yes.
Your case will be reset to July 6th of 2022. Mr. Burbank is going to sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
See you later. Call me later.
You-
Can I just have a second? I'm Mr. Bruce Harden.
Okay,
Sure, whatever's convenient. You're going to expect me to give it to
Okay. Yeah, we'll just reset it. So you can take a look at it.
They got a new prosecutor. He needs some time to take a look at it. Okay, so we're gonna reset and hopefully we'll be able to do some good for you. There's some corporate stuff. I saw he's in his front yard.
Yeah,
He ran towards the police officer.
did you sign that reset?
I signed.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Broussard.
Okay. Okay, the court is in session in two cases. Cause number 331-274 and cause number 331-276. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Darion Broussard. Mr. Broussard, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Broussard?
How are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Broussard, you're here represented by your attorney, Attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, what is your announcement in Mr. Broussard's cases?
Your Honor, Mr. Broussard's case is assigned to the new prosecutor. There were some issues that I raised that the prosecutor is going to need some time to get familiar with the file. I asked for a short recess, maybe 30 days, so that maybe we can resolve this. This should be a resolvable case on the announcement document.
June 1st, okay?
That's
June
fine.
1st?
June 1st is fine.
Okay. Mr. Broussard, your case will be reset to June 1st.
Yes, sir.
Your attorney's going to sign for your reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Burbank, please stand over
I will.
in front of the coordinator, sign for your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go as well and you have a
You'll
blessed
be
day.
excused till that day.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, call me next week. I was trying to get online. Tablet.
Okay, let's do this here. Let me do this here real quick. Ang Nguyen, come forward. Yes.
Good morning.
Okay, the court is in session and calls number. Hold on a minute.
You need that case number?
No, I can have it. I'm just waiting.
How are you? Nice to meet you.
I'm just waiting for her. Court is in session and calls number 331086. Case is style of State of Texas versus Ang Long Nguyen. Mr. Nguyen, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Nguyen? That's good. Mr. Nguyen, you're represented here by your attorney. Is that Valdemar Zuniga?
Yes, yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Zuniga?
Well, Judge, how are you this
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Zuniga, what is your announcement in Mr. Nguyen's case? Okay.
Your Honor, he has a felony pending arising out of the same incident. He just left that court. He was reset to May 26th. We've received discovery
Right,
from
May 26th?
May 26th, Your Honor. We received most of the discovery from the district attorney's office, and they've just released the video from the officers today, so we'll be acquiring a copy of that, reviewing that. So we
Okay.
have a discovery review, Judge.
So we're gonna reset this case on the same day of the felony?
That would be preferable, Your Honor, if it pleases the court.
Yes.
Yes, sir. May 26th.
Okay. Case is gonna be reset to May 26, 2022. Mr. Nguyen, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Zuniga, you can stand over here on the X. You're gonna sign for the reset. Once you get the reset, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Zuniga, you have a blessed day. And Mr. Nguyen, you have a blessed day as well.
You do the same.
Thank you. Misty Moss,
Thank you so much.
court is in session in two cases. First case is cause number 315-782. Second case is cause number 317-030. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Misty Renee Moss. Ms. Moss, how are you doing?
Good.
Okay, now, Ms. Moss, in your cases, you do not have any attorneys that's listed. So at this time, we have you listed as pro se. Are you gonna hire an attorney?
I did.
You already hired an attorney?
That note letter that should have been sent to you, for some reason, did not get properly e-filed. It should have been, it was on the 30th. I gotta check with my assistant, but I've given them the correct names, numbers. Sometimes I have problems with the clerks downstairs. For some reason, they're getting my e-filings mixed up. And I'm not getting, the proper, which I will be glad to check before I leave.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna reset this case. We're gonna keep it on announcement docket. We're gonna reset it for 30 days to give you an opportunity to get your letter of representation in. So Ms. Moss, you will need to sign the reset. Stand on the 4X in front of our court coordinator. Once you sign for your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too. And her phone number is reset to May 26th.
Okay, you're gonna reset it on the same day? Maybe you filed the reset in the felony and not the misdemeanor.
That could have happened, Your Honor. I'm gonna make sure that that gets fixed.
Okay.
It will be fixed today, Your Honor.
you come forward? This is cause number 331266. The case is styled the state of Texas versus George Washington Net the fourth. Mr. Net, is that your name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Net?
All right, sir. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Net, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Cobb. Mr. Cobb, what is your announcement in Mr. Net's case?
Your Honor, if we could have more time for discovery. Thanks for that.
How much time do you need?
Probably 60 days.
Okay, give us a 60-day reset. Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 1st of 2022. Mr. Cobb, you can sign for Mr. Net's reset. Mr. Net, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Cobb, once you sign, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. So the felony prosecutor on the dismissal for forfeiture on the CW case. So let me look up, I gotta fill out the information. The judge does. I think I'll sign it, and then it is your sign here. And then if you'll sign here, the judge will also do it. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Somebody's in the back door. Somebody's talking there. Oh. So. Oh, that is, oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, you have a client on Zoom.
I'm ready whenever you are. I just want to get one reset.
Okay, let me, it's LA. Okay. The court is in session in two cases. Yeah, you don't necessarily establish. The first case is cause number 325-882. Second case is cause number 326-720. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Shannon Rodriguez Reed.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Reed is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Reed, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Reed?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. Mr. Reed, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Attorney Langston Adams, who's in court. Mr. Adams, how are you doing?
Hey, Judge, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Adams, what is your announcement in Mr. Reed's cases?
Can you give us one announcement? I know Mr. Reed has some transportation issues and I want to meet with him at least.
How much time do you need?
Whatever your normal is. I don't know, whatever the normal you do.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 1st of 2022, Mr. Reed.
Yes.
Your attorney will be given, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice of your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And Mr. Adams, you could sign for Mr. Reed's reset. And I think this is your only case, is that correct?
That is it. And I asked Judge that you give my good prosecutor over here a reprieve so he can give me the office with the bill. Give him a reprieve.
Well, I don't know, I don't know about a reprieve.
Give him a reprieve from work. That way you can get him to me.
You're gonna have to talk to Judge Wortham about that. Court is in session in cause number 331-390. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Carlos Jaime Diaz's. Mr. Diaz's, is that your full name?
Carlos Jaime Diaz, yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Diaz's, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Diaz's, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Diaz's?
Scared, nervous,
Oh.
apprehensive.
You just relax.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're here represented by your attorney.
Yes, sir.
Attorney Buddy Reynolds. Mr. Reynolds, how you doing?
Doing well, Judge.
Mr. Dialysis, I have before me an information that has been filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This information alleges that on or about October 31st of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. Second, the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
And so therefore, Mr. Diasis, instead of being charged with a Class A misdemeanor, you are charged with a Class B misdemeanor. And the difference between the two is that in the Class B misdemeanor, the range of punishment is confinement for at least 72 hours in the Jefferson County Jail, up to, well, from 72 hours, but not to exceed 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. A fine not to exceed $2,000 or both such fine and confinement. Do you understand the range of punishment?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Mr. Diasis, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Oh. On page 2 of the same document, Mr. Diasis, there are a set of initials on a line that is next to a box that's checked guilty. Mr. Diasis, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On the next page of the same document, Mr. Diasis, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, there are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Diasis, I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Mr. Diasis, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Diasis, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I've just mentioned to you, did your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, go over these documents with you?
He did.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
I understood everything you explained. Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Diasis, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
State. I have before me states exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer states 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
There are no objections, Judge.
No objection. States exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Reynolds, you've advised and counseled Mr. Diasis. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None to my knowledge, Judge.
Mr. Diasis, your attorney, Mr. Reynolds, has advised and counseled you. Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
And are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Mr. Diasis, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, Mr. Diasis, I have to make a change on this misdemeanor plea admonishment because it has DWI second. I'm gonna put DWI first. And I will write that the state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
You have any objections?
No objections, Judge.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, now state, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
Yeah, the agreement is for 180 days in jail, probated over a term of 2 years. A $1,500 fine, 50 hours of community service, completion of DWI repeat offender classes, drug and alcohol assessments, and interlock device.
Okay. Mr. Diaz's, the state is offering that you serve 180 days in jail. However, you will not have to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail for this case because you'll be placed on probation for a period of 2 years. During the 2-year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $1,500 and you will be required to pay court costs of $302. The total fine and court costs comes to a balance of $1,802. You will also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 each month, a urinalysis fee of $15 each month. You'll be required to pay a Jefferson County DWI education class and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. The total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $155. Mr. Diaz, will you be able to pay the $155 each month?
Yes, Your Honor.
You'll be required to perform 50 hours of community service. We're gonna have to put a 10 in complete. Oh, thanks. You'll be required to attend and complete the DWI repeat offenders class. You'll be required to have a drug and alcohol assessment. You will be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete DWI education and alcohol assessment. You will also be required to adhere to the standard terms and conditions of this probation. And the state is waiving the enhancement paragraph. And the case is being reduced from a DWI second to a DWI first. Now, Mr. Diassi,
Yes, yes.
how do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Diassi, I will follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. You can stand on the X next to your attorney. You're gonna follow the directions of our clerk. Once you finish following her directions, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Yeah, right there.
A lot of times.
Okay, the court is in session and calls number 328682. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Kerry Edwin Campbell. Yes, you may approach.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Your full name is Kerry Edwin Campbell?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Campbell, you're here represented by your attorney David Breston. Is that correct?
Actually, I'm an associate of David Breston. My name's William Rowlett.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Rowlett.
ROWLETT.
Sorry about
Okay,
that.
okay.
I apologize.
ROWLETT,
That's correct.
William Rowlett. Okay, so let's see. So I guess y'all work in the same firm or something, or?
Yes, I'm one of his employee attorneys.
Okay. Now, Mr. Campbell,
Yes,
would you
sir.
please raise your right hand? Mr. Campbell, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Campbell, I have before me a motion to forfeit that has been filed by the district attorney's office. Mr. Campbell, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Campbell, before you signed this document, did your attorney Rowlett, go over this document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand everything in this document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Campbell, the court is going to grant the motion to forfeit the weapon, in this case, to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. And the court is signing at this motion as we speak. State, do you have an additional motion?
Yes, Your Honor, the state has submitted a motion to dismiss this case.
Mr. Campbell, the state is filing a motion to dismiss cause number 328682. And that case is a unlawful carrying a weapon case. I'm getting ready to sign that dismissal. Okay. Mr. Campbell, your case has been dismissed. Mr. Rowlett is going to be given a copy. Here you go, Mr. Rowlett.
Thank
You can get that to Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, your case is dismissed. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Rowlett, you're free to go as well and you have a blessed day.
Thank you,
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You are.
Thank you.
All right, you are. The next case is cause number 329236. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Kendra Takesha Wallace. Miss LaKendra Wallace was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At or about 9 a.m. Miss LaKendra Wallace name was called by the court's bailiff at the courthouse door. LaKendra Wallace did not answer. LaKendra Wallace has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. And just for the record, Miss LaKendra Wallace is represented by attorney Wright Kimbler. And Mr. Kimbler has not made an appearance in court either. And I see here on the court docket that LaKendra Wallace also have a felony case in criminal district court, which was also set for today. And the time now is 10:35 a.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of LaKendra Wallace at the courthouse door? Okay, LaKendra Wallace's name was just called at the courthouse door. LaKendra Wallace did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Wallace an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
United States moves for bond forfeiture.
Okay, that motion will be granted. And this will conclude the calling of the court's announcement docket, which was scheduled for April 6, 2022 at 9 a.m. in County Court at Law Number 2, Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day.